I will move this so we don't fall in the kuta. That's a nice surprise. Aloha. Aloha. It's a privilege to be here with the family. I was just telling my daughter, lately I've been thinking about her. And let me expand a little bit on what Kalani is. In 1975, I remember my brother Jordan not here, he left that day. But we used to pass flyers around in Alamana Shopping Center at Waikiki about Aloha Association, Aloha Aboriginal Lands of Hawaiian Ancestry. And so the local people used to pick them up, look at them as jungle. At that time, there was no awareness of the annexation, reparations, the overthrow of the government, the Hawaiian monarchy, about Queen Leo Okalani at all. There was no awareness of that. And I remember that one incident went to all the homesteads throughout the state. The first one we went was Wamanalo. No offense if anybody lived Wamanalo, our family. But we met in the elementary school, and so she presented herself and the cause of what she was a founder of. And she explained to say about the overthrow of the Queen. What she wanted was to have reparations from the government for the overthrow of the Hawaiian government, of the Hawaiian monarchy. And so the Hawaiians, us Hawaiians, those Hawaiians at that time didn't even hear about the Queen. And so one brought us stood up and said, "You don't know what you're talking about. Who's Lilio Kalani? All you like is money. All you want is money." So we had to start from that at that time. And at that time, there was no Kalaway, there's nobody else. And let me tell you how my mom started that association. She used to live in Waikiki down Lewis Street in an apartment right across Don Horse. And she used to drive taxi. And she was reading the story of Lilio Kalani written by the Queen. And she was so inspired from the book. And she read it from cover to cover. Well, one night, or early morning, she came home. She went upstairs into her apartment, fell asleep, and was awoken by the manager pounding on the door. Her car caught on fire downstairs. And by the time she got down, the fire department was there, putting the car out. And we used to live further, they used to call it Duke's Corner. We used to live not too far away from her. So when the fire was all put out, the book was on the front seat. And she had mentioned prior to that fire, she had a dream and revealed, and all she remembered was holding her hand out and had an orange, holding an orange. Translate orange in Hawaiian.
Orange in Hawaiian is haulani.
Alright.
And it also means, in the proper context, from heaven.
So keep that in mind. She dreamt of holding an orange. And then the incident happened with the burning of her car. And she was inspired to follow through with the Queen story. The book was burned, but only around the cover. The seats and everything, the springs, everything was popping out. The car was just burned inside. And so she took that upon herself and carried and started. Now she had during that time, the Alaskan natives had just were awarded all their lands back, and was spearheaded by this attorney, Stanley Makache, a loving, nice man. He came down and started and helped Mama start the association, Manoai, the child for nothing. And he was a well-known attorney at that time. First thing he said was, don't even bother with the state, go to Congress. So he helped draft up a bill. And if you look at the bill, I think Haulani, my son, and Marlo went up and we tried to reintroduce the bill. have support from our senator. Senator would see us. Akaka gave us a, oh, aloha, you come from all the way from Hawaii. Oh, excuse me, I have to go to a meeting, but my aide will talk to you. Mama was so elegant, she said, excuse me, no offense, but you cannot help us. Yeah. But that was just the last, the final try. But anyway, she started that, that's how she started Aloha Association. And oh, I can go on and on, but I don't like talk too much. You guys like hear a little bit more, I can continue on the story. But that's how she started Aloha Association. And from there, the bill was copyrighted, was not copyrighted, excuse me, but it was never introduced into Congress. Not too long after, Inouye himself drafted up a bill, similar, almost if not identical to what the bill we had, and introduced it into Congress, walked it through Congress, and voila, that's how we got OHA now. It's brainstorm of Senator Inouye. And so, but it goes a little bit deeper, but that's how, that's her legacy. And not too many people remember her for that. So I'm grateful to be able to stand and share that with you, because she meant something for the Hawaiian people, for all of us. And a couple other things. My auntie Kalama, we always loved her. She was such a sweet auntie to us. She was always kind and sweet and always such a nice, real spirit. And my mom would always call her up. We grew up, 12 of us in my family. We never went doctor either. But I realize now that whatever medicine she stuck down our throat was through Auntie Kalama's advice. And I thank Auntie Kalama for that.